All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here in Season 2. As we wind down the regular season, more and more important games every single day, it seems like, here as teams compete for their chance to make it to finals or rookie finals, what have you. These two teams included right there in that race. Now, for both of them, it's going to depend a lot not only on who wins here, but also just the results of some of these other matches this week and tonight. So no guarantees, but need to be in the top 16 to make it to the rookie finals this weekend on Saturday. And with these two teams, they are Golden Wind at 19 in terms of the qualified rookie teams, and Phoenix at number 20. So outside that top 16, a win here could get them some MMR points. You do see those jumps and ranks, these teams, so many of them, and so close together. So depending on the results of this match, depending on the results of some of the other matches today and tomorrow, we're going to see some very interesting happenings late. So definitely a must-win if both Golden Wind and Phoenix want to keep their hopes alive to maybe make it to those rookie finals and end their season on a good note. So for this cast time, Palidore on the casting on the cams as well. The teams have been pinged, and they're going to get ready to start here fairly soon. But you can see these teams here, Golden Wind and Phoenix, both in the Silver Division, the rounded MMR of 1170. You have a 10-12 record for Golden Wind. They've had a lot of close matches that the ones I've streamed alone, they've gone to overtimes. They've had round threes, a lot of closely contested ones. For Phoenix here, they've got 14-12 on the record, so they've got a few more matches played, definitely utilizing the challenge matches over the course of this 10-week regular season. Now, with that said, well, it's time to go, and this is indeed a challenge match just the same, so hey, here we go. See System Slayer in there, Mighty Quinn VR, Black Son Goku, we got Mixed Gaming, we got G2 Red, and we got Mac Toxic, and hoping for just a great game here as we launch off in round one. So, all right, first possession going to Mixed Gaming as they work it up the floor for Golden Wind. He's going to grab that disc right back and just evade the defense. Sends it to Heezy. Now Heezy gets it through for the first two, and Heezy's been a player to watch for sure. Putting in these highlight plays, it seems like, time after time. So, all right, first round underway. First points underway. G2 Red saying you can't see anything. Well, let's maybe a refresh. I hear that helps people sometimes. Seems to be working on my end. So if nothing else, I'll just give you the radio-style commentary. Hopefully you get that settled. And right now, Eagle trying to settle the score. That is, say, pass it off and maybe get a tie. That's going to be wound in from Jason from the Eagle Eye up high. And it's a tied-up game here for Phoenix now. Fontac in the chat there. Cast looks fine. Don't worry. Never worries. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Fontac. And I guess on that note, shout out to vrware.net and Fontac. Good to see you here. Mac Toxic saying, let's go. We're going. They're going. Spider Monkey's going to pass it to Samantha Bot. Samantha deep into the other side. Mixed Gaming here with that disc and trying to mix it up with a backboard play. Nice assist. Long range, just one corner of the tunnel, right to the front of the bubble. And offering a whole lot of trouble for the way of Phoenix. But that said, only a minute and a half expired in this first round matchup so far. So off we're gonna go to the next joust, and offense here will be Vacant, the QB. Very gradual, casual pass almost to Sniper, and Sniper looking for maybe Eagle on the other side, but unable to get the grab there. So Spider Monkey does recover here and is able to get that clear, and not only that, but tries for a boost. Now, they do get one or two regrabs, but then lose the chain. There is Samantha Bot at the other end trying to contest. Heezy with a very good leech in the short range, so does manage to get the disc back, winds it around to the corner, and off the back once again, and no sweat off their backs. They're up by 4 points for Golden Wind. So, all right, Phoenix getting scored on back-to-back there. So needing to launch out here and find some success. Now, for anyone who's joining us in this stream, or in these streams, I should say, thank you for doing so, as we have matches happening today on Channel 1 already. Been happening the last hour or two, and will continue to do so for a bit, I believe. And over here on Channel 2, we have a couple in a row. This one's starting us off on my streams for the night. Then I'll have another one following this, but hold on, because following this shot attempt, maybe the pass attempt actually to Jason, he's going to whirl around and gets it knocked loose, but Eagle's there for recovery. The shot would have been on, but losing momentum on the throw because of that fadeaway, going towards the outer edge of the bubble there. Took some oomph off of that shot attempt. But that said, they will get another attempt there, and will be denied once more by some good dives and stuns coming out from Golden Wind. So playing the defensive end now for the last 45 seconds or so, as Eagle looks for a very deep cross to Jason, but now being double dived on. So we're seeing a lot of this dive defense coming in from Golden Wind, and to great success. But undoing all of that is just their midfield play, able to get rebound after rebound. Will they get it again? Yep, sure will. So that one may be a rush clear from Golden Wind, granted, or given that Phoenix had a couple players actually there in the midfield. And now crossing it over just through the defense, but couldn't find the goal. So both teams kind of nullifying each other's efforts. At the moment, we're just at a stalemate. Let's see how long that lasts, though. Recovery here. A side pass right off the backboard, actually, trying to hit maybe initially Jason, but we'll get to Bacon. And now, well, it's very, very clustered, not Bacon at all inside the goal. So here it goes, and there's the clear. There's the boost. The Mixed Gaming getting a nice leech off of there. Might actually get there first. Thanks to that, let's see. Has the opportunity, and there's the goal for that continuity. Mixed Gaming, Golden Wind. They're going to score 3 in a row. That one took nearly 2 minutes, though, since the last joust. So well done on Golden Wind's part. They were resilient. It's not easy to defend that many times in a row. But that they did. All right, so Phoenix now down by 6 points, but we still have half the round remaining. That said, what a fast joust that was from Golden Wind. So Mix is going to retain it. Has Heezy, very soft pass, maybe too soft. It just took an extra second for him to grab it, and that was just enough for Sniper to dive out and stun. So good defense from Sniper being shown. But on this side of the floor, it's Jason now getting it back for Phoenix. They really do need to start scoring here soon. They've got a lot of time, and they're only down by a few goals at most. But it's going to be damaging if they can't build something up soon. And yet again, we're just seeing some more dive defense from Golden Wind. And in that particular case, you see 2 or 3 different defenders actually dove out. And if he had one more extra pass, as a good shot gets saved by Spider. Definitely not much getting past Spider every time we stream Golden Wind. Just beautiful defense being shown in addition to the offense for Golden Wind, doing a lot of good things here. I do like Phoenix backing it out, spacing the floor now. You can see that triangle formation as they kind of rotate into the goal. It will be knocked loose yet again off of some more great brawling and stealing. Jason, though, trying to steal a couple points back finally for Phoenix, and they do score with still 4 minutes remaining in the first round. So now that lead, only 4 for Golden Wind. And they're going to be on the offensive joust for the first time, and something like maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. I mean, that first, those scores from Phoenix happened really early on, the first minute of play. So it's been a good while. And, off of that, maybe causing a turnover is Phoenix. They do. So getting it back, Jason sending it up high. A chance to bring it to within 1 with that shot going through, but it does not. Just sails off of the bounce to the wedge where it's collected by Sniper. Sniper sends it to the midfield, but just slightly past the fingertips. So that is an unfortunate miss. Granted, all the time in the world to actually get that one back. So maybe not so unfortunate after all. But that said, that pass a bit astray will be picked off by Samantha and Go Heezy as they go right across the floor with a lot of speed. But Jason with the recovery, and Jason with a ricocheted clear, bouncing a lot, eventually kind of bowling off into the other end of the floor. So right back at him. It's going to be taken by Samantha. They got, 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes left. That's a deep fleeing. Oh my goodness, Go Heezy. That was a difficult and kind of risky shot almost. The defense was in the area, but you know what? Read that window, said to himself that, hey, I have my time. I have a window, I have an opportunity. I'm confident, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to make it. With that, that is going to be a tremendous get for Golden Wind to maybe just kind of smooth sail and into the sunset in this round. Still 2.5 minutes left, but at this point, it's starting to get very tough, so Phoenix needs to just be super aggressive, and execution needs to be almost perfect. And you know what? It was! Look at that from Jason! taking it in on just about everyone on Golden Wind. And now Phoenix, off of that excellent Jason drive, they're striving for maybe a late game return still yet. It's still not a huge lead, but I mean, Golden Wind here, if they are able to just waste even a few seconds off the clock here and there, 10 seconds or so, that would be good for them, just here and there. I mean, the clock is basically the worst enemy for Phoenix right now. They don't have a lot of time to work with. So a turnover will happen here and maybe helping the efforts. But it's going to be taken before the stun, actually, double stun and knocking each other out as Samantha gets it clear. So Mixed Gaming, who's been getting a lot of these leeches now very well off of the blue team, will eventually get it back for Phoenix, or for Golden Wind rather, as they send it to the midline. Now Eagle with a disc, only 1 minute and 15 seconds left, so as I said, clock is the worst enemy. That's going to be, just barely past the fingertips. That could have been huge. The goal was somewhat uncovered, so there might have been an open 3 had they got the grab. And that honestly is going to just be tremendously damaging now. Because like I said, any seconds you can waste off the clock, even if it's Phoenix kind of wasting it inadvertently, it's going to really hurt their chances in round 1. And both of these teams, as I mentioned, desperately need a win here to give them a chance to make the rookie finals. Not a guarantee by any stretch, coming in at numbers 19 and 20, I believe it was. And, need to be top 16 by the time the teams are decided. Now that said, a point here going the way of Phoenix. Not down and out yet. Eagle, a late goal here. Only a 3-point differential. And basically with that, if Golden Wind can get just one clear, it doesn't even really matter where, they should be okay. The main thing is do not concede an immediate turnover that turns into a 3-pointer. If they can prevent that, they should be okay. And there's a handoff play, and Phoenix not really playing as aggressive as they needed to on that launch. So wasting just enough clock to result in this win now for Golden Wind. But Phoenix making a nice late game run to still bring it pretty close. But yeah, Golden Wind taking round 1 11-8. All right, so taking a look at the scores here going for us right now. In the first round, it's 5 points for a Go Heezy, 1 assist, and then for Mixed Gaming, 6 points, 1 assist, a couple steals as well, leading the scoring efforts between the two of them. Spider Monkey had that nice save in there, had a steal and 4 stuns. He had Samantha Bot with 2 assists, 3 saves, as well as 10 stuns. Over on the side of Phoenix, Eagle with a couple points, 1 assist, 7 stuns. Jason, 6 points and 11 stuns. And then Sniper with 1 assist, 7 stuns, and a stun to Vacant. But yeah, as chat pointed out there, Jason having a pretty nice game, had some good drives in there, that high degree of difficulty managing to get through a few times. The thing is, they had to take a lot of shot attempts because of that defense being shown from Golden Wind. I mean, it's honestly not often you see this stat. Look at the team stats there. 71% of the shots taken were from Phoenix, and yet they did lose the match, the first round, that is. It was 10-4. 10 shots taken to 4 shots taken. So despite getting a lot more volume of shots out of there, it was still actually Golden Wind who just made the most with less, essentially. And, not a little bit of an unusual stat. I shouldn't say rare, but just uncommon to see that. And, credit to some great defense being shown. See Sean in there stopping by. Welcome to the chat as well. And all right, the second round underway. Knocked loose to Samantha Bot as she tries to clear it to the midfield. That's going to bounce right into the recovery by Sniper. Sniper with Vacant by his flank and looking just for some bounces, but kind of unforced there. And that's kind of a situation where you want to see, they had Vacant. Go for the back pass. Instead the ricocheted clear just went, the wrong way and eventually resulted in this turnover, not to mention off-balance defense for Samantha Bot to capitalize upon. It's 2 points, Golden Wind. But definitely little things like that where, teams have gotten very, very good at it, even the rookie teams. So it's not a surprise to see it happen. But I know from Phoenix, I think you want to see a bit of that here. Try for some patient play, recognizing that they only lost by 3 points in the first round, despite having to expend a lot of energy on the offense and things like that. So all things considered, they're not, too far behind. If they can just find some good passing plays here. The positioning pretty nice there, even though they weren't able to get the disc initially. But Jason tries to get it back, contesting 3 different players for Golden Wind, as Eagle gets that disc back, thanks to that distraction, perhaps from Jason. Now it said Sniper going to be taken off guard here. He dodged that first defender, but just didn't see the second one. And once again, that's where the back pass or the comms at least come through, the communication from Phoenix to hopefully coordinate when they need to pass it and where they need to pass it, things like that. Because that's definitely what I'm noticing. They're doing a good job positioning, and that is something you can do without communication. But then what happens when the defense is starting to close in? What happens when you need to actually get your offense going? That's where the communication comes in, basically, and where you do need to know where the defenders are and how much time you have, things like that. So if they can just mix up their effort on these rebounds for Phoenix and then mix in some good comms into it, they should be really good to go here in the second round. Because it's not like they struggled to get some good shot attempts. It was just more so they struggled to make a kind of the final pass and find the extra move in there inside the bubble once they got it in. And that's one of the reasons why it was good for Golden Wind, or easy for Golden Wind, in comparison to just kind of get stop after stop. So that said, being slung to Spider's way, he's going to try and delay a little bit, get stunned instead. Recovered here in the midline. There's a couple players, 1 for each team. Actually, make that 2 now for each team, as Jason recovers and has a light boost from Sniper. Will hand it off. So that's a really good move there. Nice handoff play. They have 1 cutter. They have 2 cutters, in fact. They have 1 at Nest being cut off. They have 1 in the backboard, and it's just going to go for a head-on goal instead, and Jason ties it up, and we're back to where we were in round 1 to start it off, where each team just scores once. Granted, it took longer this time. 2 minutes nearly into that series of plays. All right, so like I said, for Phoenix, even though they've been a little bit disarrayed and struggling here and there with some of this pass work and things like that, the fact that they've tied it up now in round 2 is actually supremely good news. They could use that to restabilize and just kind of reset the old mindset there. It's effectively 0-0 still. You got a lot of time yet to be expended. And, sometimes for teams, especially in these high-stakes situation, like with this, where both teams really need to win to keep their finals chances alive for the rookie finals, sometimes it will take a little bit extra to warm up and to kind of forget about the degree of importance in there and significance of this match, and the fact that they're being streamed and being watched and things like that. Always a factor for sure for a lot of players in the league, new or old, rookie, sophomore, senior, or otherwise. So I think Phoenix starting to maybe stabilize. That said, Golden Wind, they kind of need to stabilize too, because as good as their defense has been, they've not really found the disc on this side of the floor all too much in this round yet, and they kind of need to get it going lest they start losing a bit of that rhythm and allowing Phoenix to find a foothold. So that said, in the midfield, getting lost a bit back and forth. Goheezy with the disc. They have Spider Monkey way in the back there, and then up in front, a triangle offense being ran, trying to pass it through somehow. Now, you can see Mixed Gaming, right idea, going for maybe a leech or a stun on that stack to delay or at least get some speed, either or. And will enable the second stack battle to basically ensue afterwards, as Spider does collect it and then just sends it softly into the Rad logo over here. Jason with the disc, still tied up at 2 apiece. Now 4:50 remaining in this round. A nice snag from Samantha Bot, but even better is Sniper. Sniper, no swiping. I guess yes swiping, and yes sniping, but no picking it off is Samantha. So 2 great grabs from Samantha, 1 steal, 1 save, getting the job done on the defensive end, as has been the case for Golden Wind. Samantha now getting a clear while her teammates look for some boost. They're going to get a stun off here, and Golden Wind now starting to put some moves together here defensively, as this does get sent into the midfield. And actually, an awkward bounce will miss the hands of the midfielder. So almost fortunately, that was a rough clear, because that's what enabled the recovery here now from Phoenix. So passing it up high, missing the hands as the teams dive out. And this is kind of what I mean. You see how the disc got loose, and then 3 different players for Phoenix dived at that. And that's kind of what you don't want to do, because then by the time all 3 of you get there, there's none of you open for a pass. And that's why it gets kind of scrambled, and you have nowhere to really go with it. Whereas if you just send 1 or 2 players and the other people wait at the anchor, that opens up the passing lanes. Now, good dive defense once again coming out from Golden Wind. They're going to get a clear, but another slap through from Mixed Gaming. Kind of a unplanned joust there going in between the two teams, and receiving it and stealing it. Go Easy. Will tap off. Will throw down. 3:34 remaining in this second round. Golden Wind pulling ahead by 2. A very low scoring second round after the 11-8 first round. So, all right, back to the joust they go. And Vacant, immediate fling over there to Sniper. Sniper's going to send it softly back, and like that for sure. And just aware that didn't know exactly what the teammate was, so just send it softly. But that said, a very good steal, recovery, and dish in on the second attempt. So Go Easy missing out on the 3, but we'll still get some consolation points with the 2. 6-2 for Golden Wind with less than 3 minutes remaining. All right, so now indeed kind of starting to shape up a little bit like that last round, which is to say, you know, first few minutes pretty close, and then the latter half, the latter third perhaps of the round, Golden Wind just pulling ahead, goal after goal. It might happen again here, a bit high. Trying to recover now will be 2 different players, 1 from each team, and Jason does come away with a disc. So Phoenix still not in entirely in the danger zone yet, only down by 4 points. But the thing is, Golden Wind, they were struggling getting it even on this side of the floor for a lot of the round. And it's starting to get stuck here a bit more. And to me, that says Golden Wind is starting to get in their stride once more. And looking to do so again here with a recovery by Spider Monkey. So Phoenix needs to be very, very careful and try and get this disc back ASAP if they can. Because otherwise, you're going to get moves like that. Another rebound and goal maybe for Mixed Gaming back to back. Going just off the self rebound. And why not? Pad those stats a little bit. They're going to be up by 6. Less than 2 minutes left here in the second round. And Golden Wind trying to accomplish this victory in a sweep. And the more points they can do it by will be better for their potential anyways in terms of making those finals. But Phoenix, for them, trying to get some stacks together and a few nice regrabs here from the team as they try and divert themselves into the disc, but will be carried off by Mixed Gaming and bounced astray. So Jason takes that away, now has the teammates starting to spread the floor a bit, trying to offer the passing lanes, but tough angle on that. And again, Samantha playing some more great defense in the midfield with the brawls. But to no avail, really, as Vacant recovers it, sends it back down to the bubble. Now, time definitely winding down, and barring some immediate scores from Phoenix, it's going to be mighty, mighty tough. And looking to just carry this victory away is Golden Wind, being carried with the wind. And yeah, 46 seconds left, and that window just about closed, especially with one more recovery here as Go Easy gets the grab, sends it to Samantha Bot, and a stun as well for one more shot. Beautiful coordination there from Heezy and Samantha. You see, Heezy got the boost. Samantha, knowing that Heezy had a chance at the disc, well, just went to the nest to anchor off in case Heezy needed a pass. Heezy got the disc, had the immediate passing lane. You saw the comms were coming through. Went for the stun on the goalie, and that was just a very cohesive and coordinated effort to get them one more score perhaps here in this round. As it does conclude in a sweep, it would seem. Golden Wind looking to take that away. 10-2, Phoenix just conceding this defeat here. And I mentioned, you know, you look at the record sheet before we started this match, and Phoenix did have, well, one more score going against them. 12-2, but Phoenix did have a better record and more games played overall, but Golden Wind, they just showed up very, very laser focused, and the communication was on point. The defense was pretty on point there. And just, yeah, putting on a very important effort here as we wind down this season. So the win to Golden Wind, indeed it is. All right, so going over to the score screen now. You can see the 12-2 victory there for them. And yeah, it's just, you know, Golden Wind, their record a little bit misleading because that'll bring them to 11 wins and 12 losses. But as I said, in a lot of these matches, and a lot of these losses as well, they haven't been by large margins. So, you know, they've had some close calls, and that's kind of resulted just in the record there. But really, in a lot of these games, one or two things go a different way. They could have just as easily been victories. So that's kind of why, you know, these teams are close on the record sheet and, you know, paired together and matched up. And, You know, Phoenix are going to take their 13th loss of the season to go along with their 14th wins off of this challenge match here. And really, you know, successful season for both on the whole. As I mentioned, the multitude of rookie teams here just continuing to impress every single day, every single week. And the progression is super tangible. Definitely anyone who maybe didn't catch some of these matches, if you're just curious, in the beginning of the season, you take a look at some of these, you know, first few weeks of play. You compare the same rookie teams in weeks 1 through 3, 1 through 4, and then compare them in weeks, you know, 6 through 10, for instance, the latter half here. It's been definitely a very steady improvement for so many. And that said, they were already impressive to begin with, but it's just nothing but up from there as these teams continue to try and climb and, you know, show their stuff on stream. So that said, Golden win with an important victory there may or may not help them in terms of squeezing into the 16, top 16 for rookie teams and making those finals. Again, to be determined by the outcome of this match as well as the other matches once scores are all submitted. But they were at 19th place in terms of the rookies, and with a victory there against Phoenix, that's going to at least boost them a little bit. Will it be enough? We shall soon see. Now, quick look at the scores before we divert to the next match. 10 strong points there for Mixed Gaming, but 9 for Goheezy as well, so both of them in rounds 1 and 2 really putting on some good work in the point department. 3 assists for Goheezy, 20 stuns. He had 2 assists and 3 steals for Mixed Gaming. Spider Monkey had a save, a steal, 6 stuns, and then Samantha Bots. Very, very, very strong overall match. I mean, a little bit of everything. Look at that. The points, 4 of them. Assists, 2 of them. 4 saves, 2 steals, 21 stuns. A lot of great defense and some offense as well. So big effort there on the overall team play. For Phoenix's side, there was 2 points for Eagle, 1 assist, and 19 stuns. 8 points for Jason, 2 steals, 22 stuns. He had 2 assists for Sniper, 1 steal, and 18 stuns. And then Vacant had a save and 4 stuns. So, you know, they were very persistent and did a good job, you know, and a lot of the time getting the extra rebounds and finding the midfield positioning. It was just more so not able to break through the defense inside the bubble. Not able to really get the extra passes to the degree they wanted to. And you can see now it kind of evened up in round 2 by that point. The shots taken now nearly 50-50 where it was 70-30 earlier on. So, yeah, good game, though, from both teams. Excited to see where they go in the future. That said, our next match will be coming up right soon, and that's going to be Real Speed versus Chaos here on this channel in the next couple minutes. So I'm going to divert and be back in just the next few. So don't go anywhere, please.
Over 150 teams. Hours of live commentated matches every single day.
Gonna do some juice. Oh my goodness.
It's not an esport, it's the sport. You can play anywhere in the league you can play in anytime. Full body, full team play. This is VRML Echo Arena.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Getting ready to kick it off with the second match here of this stream, with a Chaos facing off against Real Speed, happening right now for reals, for really reals. As Chaos launched out on blue, Real Speed over on orange, and we are off. We are underway. Taken here by CT. Now CT on that note, kind of losing himself a little bit, getting existential here on stream. But right there, oh, a very consequential grab from Real Speed. And I mentioned this because Real Speed, they are still perhaps in the race for rookie finals. Now, it's going to be very difficult, of course, but they're going to try and get it done. But Akity says, no, I'm going to get that in myself. I'm going to get it done. You know, it took us a little extra time, but we're going to get started the right way. Organized chaos, not just chaos. But yeah, these two teams coming in. Glad to see them on stream, as always. Been a while since I've streamed Chaos. Real Speed I've gotten a decent look at over the course of the weeks, and they are a very impressive team every time I've seen them play, for sure. They've got everything, really. The offense, the defense, the speed, naturally. But really fun watching this team. Chaos, one of my favorite teams to watch back in Season 1. And, you know, with so many teams now, don't get to broadcast as many teams consecutively as I once did. So it's been a little while, but Chaos, always a fun team to watch, provides many entertaining matches, and even looking at some of the recent matches they've had some very entertaining ones as well. They've been really close, 3-rounders, things like that. I mean, good to see, as always. So that said, continuing on here to grab that disc, sending it up high now. We'll be going back to Chaos's side. Now, for a Real Speed, they are at 24, so in terms of the rankings among the rookie teams. So the chances of them making the finals are not fantastic, but it's not impossible is the main point. You know, if the results go their way here, if some of the results of the other matches, you know, towards the end of this week, today, and, you know, go their way, there could be a chance. You don't know. You do see some big moves up and down the ladder sometimes because of how many teams there are and how close some of them are in that rounded MMR at the end of it. So, you know, it's going to be a battle for sure. They might even win here, and, you know, still wouldn't be enough. But just the same, if they want those chances, those non-zero chances, they got to execute, and they're trying to do just that. So over here by that station, Dano McFabulous is going to grab that disc for Chaos here, the captain across all the seasons of VRML, and one of our league moderators as well. So always glad to see Dano playing, or casting, or modding, whatever he's doing in VRML. I'm here to watch it. And right now I'm going to watch the 3, just going to miss, unfortunately, but it looks like a rebound's going to be had down by the boot. Actually, no, CT's going to grab that instead, so a little mishandling, and it's going to keep CT and Real Speed maybe alive for their first 2 points. Maybe their first 3, in fact, with a good stun from that stack, just sweeping by him as Gold tries to recover, and he does. So kind of a distracted Akity there with the threat of the brawl. But that being said, Dano will get the disc back by the end of it, and just rolls it up the floor casually and to Akity's hands. See Princess in the chat there stopping by. You know, Princess had her first game of the season today that I wasn't able to be there for. I know there's one more. I will try for that. Get these casts together, because like I said, there's a lot of these teams, including Invictus, that I personally haven't been able to cast as much. And it kills me a little bit inside every time it happens, but happen it does. And right now, well, happenstance, it's Dano McFabulous. That's mod abuse. Abuse on the mod, that is to say. Brutal on the brawls. Maybe about to make a shot fall. Nope, just up high to the rebounded hands, though, of Gold. Great job there to get the recovery. And they're going to tie it up for Real Speed here. 2 apiece a few minutes into the game. 4 minutes into the game, in fact. So there we go. Basically, 4 minutes into the match, I mean, it's 0-0 again. A little bit of disarray happening kind of back and forth, which, true to the name of Chaos, you'll see that sometimes going in their games. But it's a lot of, I don't know, the flow of the Chaos games that I've witnessed in the past have always been so entertaining, so fun. You'll see them definitely go to the slow play at times. You'll see them come back with these reverse sweeps, force round 3s, at least in Season 1, plenty of times with those reverse sweeps and whatnot, and game-winning shots. I mean, Chaos is the team who has had, against Space Force back at the beginning of Season 1, they had a 5 overtime match. It was a 3rd round, quintuple? Is that the right? No. Yes, quintuple. That's right. quintuple, something like that. I don't know. My vocab is on, it's off. Right now, though, the shot, oh, well, it's going to be off because of the shot and the brawls coming in from Chaos. That said, a recovery there, now kind of phasing in and out. A little unfortunate on that, as Octavius does get the goal. You can hear the teams now communicating that as much. Now, if it was just a one-time spike, that's one thing. Octavius, I'm checking it right now, does have a couple hundred ping sustained, it seems like. The one lone player, I'll go to the tunnels here and give you a look, but there you go. How did I know that, by the way? Courtesy of the Ignite bot. So, teams are discussing that, and you know what? That gives me an opportune time to at least put this forward. Boom. I think it was Cyanide. I told him I'd get the timeout thing fixed, and I'd get timeout music. There we go. We got timeout music. Now, I'm very much hoping this delay doesn't go too long because it starts approaching the top of the hour. Not that it's a fault of their teams. I don't blame them for searching for a server, but hopefully this doesn't approach an hour long with too many delays. Otherwise, I'm not sure if we'll get to finish this match. I got to beat places. But regardless, don't blame them at all for wanting to search for a new server, if that's the case, because at the moment, the ping calming down a little bit for CT there. I think it was Octavius, actually, who had the big ping, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Either or, though, the rule, of course, is kind of a 150 average or so sustained, ping. You're getting some occasional spikes. It's not necessarily against the rules, but yeah, they are discussing, as you may hear, in the comms, trying to find out what they're going to do, and hopefully they do figure that out before all too long. So we'll see how that pans out for them, though. Again, Real Speed coming in here this season, definitely impressing across the weeks. 12-9 on the record in the gold division, 1170 rounded MMR, same as Chaos there. Chaos, meanwhile, 10-10, so right evened up. Chaos takes this victory here today. It's a veteran team, and well, I guess a mix of new players and veterans, that is to say. And then, they'll get the chance that winning record, to go into the late season and finish this one off. For Real Speed, they've already got 3 more wins than losses. As I mentioned, I've streamed a decent chunk of their games throughout the weeks, and they've always had just impressive efforts every time we do get these streams going. It's always fun to watch the rookie teams, and Real Speed has been superb in a lot of these matches and these weeks. Something, I think the last time I streamed them, or one of the last times I streamed them a couple weeks back, they had just an amazing series of passing efforts across a full series, and really kind of woke me up to what they're capable of, even more so. But yeah, trying to come in here and actually break off what's been a bit of a skid, actually. So looking at their record, Real Speed has actually dropped 4 matches in a row here. Granted, that's after winning 6 in a row, so quite the momentum shift, I suppose. Of course, as you do string together more and more wins in a row, you do tend to get those occasions where, the MMR will compensate. It will throw you against tougher teams, and Chaos is certainly no slouch of a team to go up against. But that said, dropping matches against Universe 7, Galaxy, Worst, and Electric, other supremely talented teams. 4 of those teams, 3 out of the 4 rookie teams that Real Speed has recently lost to. So it's not as if they're just going up against fodder by any stretch of the word. And in fact, even though they've lost 4 in a row, I mean, 2 or 3 of those matches were still pretty decent in terms of like the overall scoring differential. Not a huge difference there. That's it. Obviously, the players are gone. I'm just trying to check for perhaps invites or rehosts. Looks like we may have that, so I'll attempt. Let's see. Hopefully this pans out for us. Got one on Atlas. I don't have any invites otherwise, but counting on this Atlas one. Fingers crossed and whatnot. Let's see. Let's see. All right, there we go. Got 3 of the 4 players in here at least, so that's good news. Good to see. The pings, however, still not all too good. Now I'm seeing over on my Ignite bot there, we got 110 ping and 216 ping, although I think some of it might have to do with just the joins, because it doesn't update right away, so I know sometimes when players immediately join or new players join, you get these very brief little spikes. So we'll see if that calms down. Hopefully it does. Because go figure, you know, 90% of the matches, especially without another one following it, I'm able to wait. Plenty of time. But go figure, the one time I'm not able to wait too long is the one time we'll get delayed significantly. Caster's Curse is back in full effect. Hopefully not, though. This server actually looking a bit worse on that front, too, as the teams are discussing now in their comms. I mean, we got a couple players with in the hundreds. Dano hovering right there in the 130s to 50s, so not the best start to this server switch, I must say. But I'll hang on for as long as I can, which is to say another, I don't know, 25 minutes maybe, but all right, well, we'll see how it pans out. But I mean, I don't want to have to end early, but just depends on how long we get delayed. Because this is a, you know, my kind of last chance of the season to get my looks at some of these teams that I haven't gotten to stream as often as I would have liked in Season 1 or Season 2. So, you know, I would love to continue on and just watch a full match unfold here, but looking more and more unlikely by the second. I'm not sure. Still trying to search for more servers. Checking the score at the time. I mean, we were about 5 minutes expired in the first round. It was 4-2, so not a huge difference there, or not a huge scoring count, I should say. I mean, halfway through the round, it's still a close game. But we'll see what they decide to go with here. Looking like they're going to opt to back out once again, so we're going to follow, I do suppose. All right, now I'm seeing another host on Atlas, so follow me, chat, as I journey into yet another server. It's a time of change here. It's a time of chaos. It was a time of speed. It is a time where Pally desperately needs the game to start so we can go on. And I won't be late. I won't be, Mom. I went Jamaican there. Okay. Fingers crossed. I'm going to look at the pings. And we got... looking better, I think. Granted, we don't have all the players in it yet, but everyone is under 100, it would seem, so that's good initial news, I guess? I don't know. We'll see. We're still waiting on the return of two more. The side of Real Speed, it seems. Let's say Golden and Oculus, so... or Octavius, rather, excuse me. So see if they get back in, and again, fingers crossed for the manageable pings. That's a good sign. Octavius back now. And just one more, and we should be good. Found ourselves the server we needed. And it looks like... Uh-oh. Oh, you stop that. Caster's Curse back in full effect. You know, I mentioned in recent weeks it's been amazing. I've barely jinxed anything at all for the last 2 weeks. That changes here today. But yeah, now with a spike from Octavius as well, which may just be due to looking at the headset. I'm not even sure. Well, I'm here for a few more minutes, but this may be held up due to ping issues, because it seems like they really can't find one server that works for everyone. Just some unfortunate connection issues right now, and just not conducive to the flows of a stream. So me sad. See, it's a bit loud there in the chat saying, Chaos, big fan. I'm a big fan of Chaos. I'm a big fan of Real Speed, but not a big fan of the delays we got going on. I mean, through no fault of the players or anything, but problems no less. So the stream may have to be cut a little bit short, I do feel like, because I don't blame the teams if they don't want to play with these pings with two players potentially cutting into the hundreds. But at the same time, you know, with an unpredictable server situation, and they've tried 3 different servers now, it seems. It's not looking all too good. So I don't know. I'll wait for another minute or two, basically. It's, what, 25 after now. And, I mean, up to them. Looks like they both just readied up on that note. So I suppose they're going with it. 4-2 on the board. 5 minutes left in this round. Okadokes. Well, I will be here then for the moment. Like I said, don't blame the players if they want to switch it off or try and figure out other solutions. But, you know, if they choose to play on, then, well, I'll choose to cast on. You know, want to see how this unfolds. So off we go then. This is still the first round of this matchup here. Chaos now with the possession and trying to find the shoulder pass will be cut off by CT. And now going to the bottom of the floor by the trench taken by Egret has Octavius diving out at him and just dodging through before trying to bounce it over to the midfield, but not really in position with the full line of sight was that midfielder there. Fortunately, though, does get there first, able to get a soft pass over to Egret. And I think the challenge for these two teams now, both of them really, is just trying to find their momentum, their rhythm again, right? Because having to take kind of extended timeouts to address those ping issues, that's going to freeze out both teams and just get them in a big discombobulation in a sense. Right there, I mean, going for a great passing play is just kind of a behind-the-back alley-oop, wasn't able to convert on it. And now a recovery there, a double stun, Dano and Octavius, now with some double leeches. Some very nice contesting for both these teams and both those players to neutralize each other and really just trying to play those margins. Now going for the pass-off play there. Nice from Akadi to Dano. The goalies had both dove out to contest Akadi on that pass to him. And that enabled Dano just to cut on in to tie it up. So nice moves. And Chaos now ties it with a third of this first round left. We're 4 apiece here. Cookie in there rooting for real speed. A little biased, though. Maybe a little bit. Well, you know me. My only horse in these races are rooting for competitive matches in third rounds. So sometimes it'll be to the detriment of other teams, but that's what I'm always cheering for, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I love to watch these teams compete. I love to watch these matches be ties. I love to watch them fighting each other here in the midfield and getting those, you know, nice leeches and punches and just, you know, punch for punch, goal for goal, stun for stun, things like that. Here it goes again. You know, as we get into this late season, we've really seen it starting from week 3 or 4. Just the matches have been so good overall where you get so many round 3s, overtimes. This last week alone, we've probably had like six round-winning shots occur near the buzzer from teams that I've streamed personally. So, again, that's just on stream. So not even talking about some of these other matches where we have, you know, hundreds per week, basically. A couple hundred. I mean, just a lot of good competition. It's healthier than ever. Right now, Chaos trying to maybe get themselves some more goals and find that point total here going up by a pair late. Any points at this point, especially in a lower scoring round, is going to be important to the finish of this match. I mean, with 2 minutes left, the next score could very well be a game winner, you know, at this scoring pace currently. So you don't know. You just got to be careful. All right, they're trying to find a very carefully placed goal. It's Octavius Rex hitting it there for their 7th point. That is a big shot going the way of real speed. And significant here with now less than 2 remaining. So Chaos either need to score back with a 3 or they need to score a couple 2s in addition to defending, and that's what I mean. That shot could very well have been a game winner, a round winner here. We'll see, though. Chaos now need to clap back in the next minute 36 as they launch out. Uh-oh, the game audio wasn't there, apparently. Strange. Now it is. Sorry about that. Oh, actually, I know exactly what happened. I goofed. Anyway, thanks for informing me, Princess. With the clutch. Moderation even of the stream itself. Keeping me in check as these teams try and check each other off. Right there, Akadi cutting that shot off. And that's a super important one because that keeps them alive here. Now that said, off into the midfield, it's going to go to the trench where the teams, both of them, you can see them kind of gathering and splitting off. You know, a couple going for the disc here, one going for the goal, will be taken back by Real Speed. With 1 minute left, they're up by 3 and they have possession. So very nice from Real Speed if they can maintain control, but they don't. Egret is there in the midfield to read that perfectly, but doesn't read the defense from behind. So big stun coming in from CT, looking for a deep clear. It's going to bounce into the rebounded hands, and this is going to get some ice the way of Real Speed. Getting down in a hurry towards that blue bubble and converting on that 3-point shot from 10 meters deep. So 10-4. And fittingly, 10-4, I understand. They understand. They've got this round in the bag. Going on to the second round here in another minute or so. 20 seconds left on this particular clock, but yeah, all right, we're rolling. Chaos here. Priority is just to score one more time, at least get them something to work with going into the next round. Now that said, Akadi getting stunned out here, one of our other great casters and also great defender. And look at that, a nice score to end it. Yes, sir. Chaos brings it back within 3 as the round does expire. So definitely good for them to buy them a little something going into the next one. But yeah, I mean, 10-7, going the way of Real Speed in the first. So let's see what the next round does bring. Oh, never mind. I was about to message the teams just then to make sure they restart for the time, but they remembered. I love it when that happens, because I usually don't. So, all right, they took care of it for me. They're going to make sure all that stuff is appropriate and restart here soon with the time and such. And yeah, looking good. All right, so on that note, the stats did get kind of reset because we switched servers a couple times there. So these are basically 5 minutes worth of first round stats. The stats we lost were basically 4 points for Real Speed and then 2 points for Chaos. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head who scored what at this point, but yes. So partial stats. In any case, the countdown now in the second round starting. The intermission, that is to say. So we'll begin here fairly soon. See what the second round provides. I mean, Chaos with a nice late goal there to bring it back and make the score look a lot nicer. And going to feel a lot better for them here in these spawn tunnels. But yeah, Real Speed putting it together. They just they showed again that speed. They showed the nice stackability, the defense as well. I mean, making it very difficult for Chaos. I can see Chaos. I mean, on that last highlight there on screen, for instance. I mean, they had nice passing plays and attempts at it, but were cut off a few times. And back in Season 1 and earlier in Season 2 as well. I mean, Chaos is definitely a great team capable of putting together those passing plays and slow plays from time to time. And it's what they generally prioritize, at least last time I streamed them. But like I said, it's also been a while, so you never know the progression of a team's strategy and a team's meta and rosters and whatnot. But Dano McFabulous here is going to send it off. A nice handoff to Akadi there, and just perfect place pass, perfect place shot. Starting off round 2 the right way with the first 2. It's great stuff. Cookie in the chat adding a little bit of his own commentary.
Chaos is an amazing team, but are they a match for Real Speed? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Well, so far they're a match for them in round 2. And Dano McFabulous looking for maybe another 2 if they can. Look at that pass, look at the cut, look at the grab, and the shots. Looking good is Akadi from the Passing Academy. It's Chaos. They're up by the first couple goals. So just like that, sometimes all you need is one round intermission to take a breather and then reset yourself for a successful second round. Looking good here to start, though. So Chaos, at least for the first minute of play here in round 2, looking like the Chaos I'm used to, which is to say they're going to come back. They're going to force round 3s, OTs, late game situations. I mean, it doesn't matter what the roster has been with Chaos. They are uncannily good with that, it seems like. But so far, maybe, for Real Speed, needing to find their momentum back again. Instead, taking it back again. Ooh, nice save. Ridiculous, in fact, from Medina. Eric, that is. And Eric looking just as consistent as ever on the defensive end. He has been a phenomenal goalie across the weeks. And that was a nice place shot, too. That was in the corner, the upper corner of that goal. So going for it and going for the ding and the dunk as well. That might be a little bit less appreciated. Of course, I'm one... like I said, I'm one to talk. My team, once upon a time, did such a thing in a big game, but them ding dunks, gotta be careful. Sometimes going for a little extra hot dogging will, could be a good thing for a team. Not something I'm ever going to approve of, but it can be a good thing for the mentality. Other times it can light a fire underneath the team that you did it to. So you gotta be a bit careful because then suddenly what it does for both teams, it sometimes makes you think a little extra. You have that running in the back of your mind. You see it play out so many times. I've seen it, I don't know how many dozens and dozens of times on matches across the last 9-10 months now on all seasons, where you see a team do a little something like that and then it just comes back to bite them hard. So honestly, sometimes it helps as much as it hurts, just depending on the day. Right there, though, going off of Dano, being knocked off the head, CT taking a grab and sending it over to the midfield, maybe over by the cloud. Comms trying to come through, obviously, for real speed, unable to get that done. So a clear is sent. There's the boost chaining in for both teams. The goal now momentarily uncovered. Gonna take it, gonna make it. Akadi again, looking good, and maybe Chaos really starting to find that momentum they needed that they just could not get in the first round. This is a promising start for them. Real speed in a position where they need to start collecting themselves and just executing a bit more carefully. Obviously, there were some good comms coming through for real speed on the other end, but just still a little bit frantic. So they need to find their passing play that they're fully capable of, and they do here some nice rollouts. But yeah, 6:26 left and a 5-point lead for Chaos. A much faster start here to this round now. We've stuck to one server for more than a few minutes, I think, is a big part of it. But like you see right there too, not really anywhere to go for on that passing play. Going off the corner just maybe to offer real speed a chance at the self rebound, but it's just a kind of tougher play. So trying to find their positioning here. There will be an open player down below, but again, just a little off on the pass. Fortunate bounce, though, will go the way of Eric, and Eric sends it to CT. CT right back to gold. You have Adam, the alien, in the goal, and being alienated by a lot of the real speed players, but not for too long, because right through on a second attempt now, scoring maybe on the third, no. Finding every rebound, but not finding the center of the goal. So Adam staving off one, and then real speed kind of staving off themselves just with those bounces off the backboard, just not finding the hits that they want. Connecting here on a pass attempt will just be rebounded now by a diving out alien. So aliens from the outfield, almost getting the goal, full court. Wow. Wow. Now you see, when a team is feeling in a good rhythm, it's funny just how some of those unlikely goals go in or almost go in. I mean, that was almost a full court fling. Now that said, the stuns ringing through the arena as the players now all go to the bubble. Will be rebounded by CT. They needed that desperately. Right into the center of the goal this time. Not leaving anything to risk in terms of those bounce shots, those backboards and weird angles. They just found a straight up goal, and they needed that badly. So only a 2-point differential now. Chaos still at the advantage. So that's a big hit for real speed now in the second half of this second round. All right, so here we go. Adam, the alien, over to the station. Akadi trying to hand it right back. A little strong on the pass, but Adam will get it right off the bounce. So fortunate for them. And now Dano McFabulous with the disc. He has Egret cutting bottom here. You can see CT trying to read that and cut him off, and he does so with success. Just meeting Egret just as he got that disc. And now a boost. Oh, unfortunate overshoot, though. They actually bounced off the barrier, it looked like. Took a grab and then just awkwardly bounced off of it. So that allowed Chaos to at least get the disc back and delay Real Speed's fast break attempt. But now making a break for the goal, once again, is Real Speed. They got that recovery. They have the pass from the boots. Finds the oop, and it's tied up. Less than 4 minutes remaining in round 2. Real Speed CT. Very, very, very glad to see some points. That's 2 in a row, and there you go. Those shifts we see minute to minute, moment to moment is happening here, perhaps. Chaos now suddenly in a position where they thought they were kind of an easy street for round 2. They were feeling really, really good. And yet now, the reverse snowball starting to unfold. Could be another 3. Nope, just a 2, 7 meters deep, but it's still a shot just the same. And now with that, Real Speed claiming a lead in round 2 after being down by, 3 goals or so. Making a comeback here with only 3 minutes. Looking good. All right, so Adam the alien sending it over to Dano. Dano over down low to the bubble. No one there to really receive it except for Eric Medina. Turning it over. Now taking the disc back, a big pile up. Dog piles forming here as it goes to the tunnel. Nice boost from Chaos. They really need all the speed they can get. There it goes again. So good grabs here from Akadi and from Egret to get their back. And now as the stuns go out, If Real Speed here can get back quickly, that'd be to their benefit, and they do! Look at that, Gold taking the disc away. That was just a blazingly fast launch right into the Chaos offense, but now Chaos getting it back, and with a very deep attempt, it's going to bounce right off that bottom island, waiting the hands of 4 different Real Speed players, essentially, getting back with all the time in the world. I see it's a bit loud in there, which is to say a person named that. It's not a bit loud in here, at least I don't think it is. Asking about a commentary. Well, hold on, because I got some plays unfolding. Big fan, love the content, keep it coming. What are your thoughts on the WAP? It's a bop. All right, here, though, trying to mop up the pass, the catch, the goal. It's Gold. It's 11-7. Time starting to really not look good for Chaos's way. So yes, those are my thoughts in I guess rhyme form. I don't know. My thoughts, it's a trend. It's not one that I'm going to do, but nonetheless, the WAP is bopping right here. It's Egret with the disc, sending it over to the other pass, the other corner, that is Dano. Dano needing to act quickly here. 1:24. They're down by 4 points. Need to score here. Doesn't have to be a 3 necessarily, but they just need something high percentage. So diving on in, but getting struck out. Dano being punched. Now Gold sending a clear down midway, and that's going to bounce right back the way of Real Speed, it looks like. Now Real Speed getting stunned out here. Big stun here, Egret, but Egret getting stunned as well right back. So the rebuttal being offered. CT eyeing it, maybe considered it for just a brief moment, but saw the defense coming back on those boosts. Will send a nice pass to Octavius. Octavius just bouncing it down below. I feel like that was probably on purpose, maybe an attempt to get to one of his teammates there. Nonetheless, they're going to regather. CT sending it over to the boot, and right up high where it's going to be off, but rebounded eventually by Dano off of a good stun. Dano getting stolen from off that stun. 37 seconds left, and time is just about out. So with a recovery here and any kind of delay, it's going to be going Real Speed's way. Just really putting things together here in the second round, especially after that 5-minute mark. That shot is going to be just off, slithering right out of the goal and into Adam's hands, where Adam clears, but time is now gone. It's Real Speed in a situation where they had to win to maybe keep those small percentages alive in terms of that rookie finals race, and they do just that. So in what was a fantastic start to the round, it was a fantastic finish for Real Speed, as Dano does get one more strike in for, once again, you know, at the end of a round, makes it close, 1 goal differential, but Real Speed, credit to them, they came back and they executed phenomenally after struggling for a little while in the second round. So, all right, that's a two-round victory, sweeping it. Real Speed, 11-9 in the second round. All right, and bearing in mind, too, once again, we're missing about 5 minutes worth of stats on these because of the server switch. But other than that, there you go. I mean, both rounds exceedingly close to each other. Just, you know, add an extra 30 seconds in there, it could be a totally different game. Could be going to round 3. You never know. But Real Speed, all they knew is that coming in here at number 24 among the rookie teams, you know, a bit outside the race, but if they wanted to stay in it, they had to win it, and they did, and they swept it at that. So that will at least get them in the win, and no matter what, should this be the last time that they are streamed this season, you know, for both the teams, they still glad to see them both. You know, played well, a lot of great plays coming in. You know, unfortunate on some of the tech issues and the ping issues and things. We had to switch up the servers, and I know that kind of freezes out teams and halts the momentum for the match as a whole, in a sense. But you take that away, it was a great game. You know, you saw the different scoring runs from these players, from these teams. Saw some just excellent execution there, though, from Real Speed. Again, gotta credit that late game run, able to not be bothered by the fact that they were down by something like 6-7 points at some point there in the second round. They didn't let that get to them. They just stayed unbothered. They stayed executing the way that they planned for and that they've shown in these streams over the weeks. And yeah, it was 5 points CT, two assists, 25 stuns leading that charge there. Eric Medina with 1 save, 1 steal, 13 stuns. You had Gold with 7 points, a assist and 2 steals, 19 stuns, and then Octavius with 5 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 2 steals, and 20 stuns. And as a team, you can see they had 71% of the steals as well. So enjoying the majority there, as well as a slight advantage on shots taken. But Chaos, credit to them. I mean, they do have the advantage in some of these other categories, be it assists, be it saves, stuns slightly. It's not like Chaos was far behind. Like I said, this match could have gone either way, truly. And still putting in a very strong effort. I mean, look at that. Akadi with 10 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, 23 stuns. I talk about how, streaming these teams earlier in the season, streaming Chaos earlier in the season. I remember Akadi was much more of a backliner and goalkeeper at the time. But weeks later here as we wind down the last week of regular season, and look at that. Akadi, the lead striker of the whole game, scoring those 10 points, getting an assist and 2 saves as well in there, and 1 steal, 23 stuns. So big stat line from Akadi. Nice to see. You had Adam, the A-lead, in there with a pair of saves and 12 stuns. Dano McFabulous with 4 points, 2 assists, 1 save, and 22 stuns. And then Egret with a couple assists as well as 1 steal and 31 stuns. So with that said, though, that's going to do it for this match here. And for the streams, at least on my end of the day. There may be more on the other channels. I have not managed to get up to date on that yet. So I'm trying to attempt to look here. But that will be it, at least here on Channel 2 for me on the night. Hoping to get some more in soon. And okay, so yeah, there is a match at the top of the hour on Channel 1. 14 minutes away. It will be Zero versus Wireless Jackson. That is a very, very intriguing match with some rankings importance there for sure. So you guys best tune into that one on Channel 1 in another 14 minutes from now. That's going to be casted by Sir Dimwee. So tune in for that. For those who tuned into this one here, or the last stream as well on Channel 2, appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. And yeah, so thanks everyone. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. Good luck to these teams in the last week of the season. And yeah, I will see you guys really, really, really soon.